In the case of Celsius, it is going to go to zero. It's over-levered. It's gated now. And the trouble with gating, a good example would be a hedge fund. Every single customer wants to be liquid the minute you open the gate. And so it's a self-realizing outcome. It will go to zero. It'll have no assets. But that's important. It's not enough. It's not big enough. I'm looking for something bigger. Somebody out there is in trouble. We don't know who they are yet. We'll find out soon. It'll probably happen in the next 30 days. Some giant player is going to zero because this is the first time applying leverage to an asset class that most people assumed wouldn't be this volatile, but has proven to be volatile yet again. And I say all this, and it's important that this happens. It's bad for the individual investors, but in the context of making this market more educated, more institutional, more stable, with better price discovery and less leverage, you need these players to go to zero. So Celsius, thank you for your sacrifice. They'll go to zero.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. If you do like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books, Cryptoteacher and the new Road Order book. The new Road Order book is going to show you how the world works. It is definitely time to wake up out of your sleep in the times that we're in right now. Plus, guys, we know we're waiting on that next main event towards the end of the year. We had the first quarter event. Like I told you, that would happen. Don't forget, this is Shemitah year. And then also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's definitely time to re-educate. And also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. Do not forget I have the new World Order cryptos in my Patreon. Do your own research, but going inside of a bear market, you definitely want the cryptos that have real use cases. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores, keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And guys, we know today is options, but we took a good dump yesterday. Like I told you, it would not be so bad today. So as I'm doing this video, we are starting to creep up. On the weekend, we are the only game in town. I'm not your financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. But guys, it's Juneteenth. So therefore, we're going to have a 3-day weekend. So the stock market, bond market is going to be closed on Monday. You traders know how to get yourself in position. Crypto is the only casino that's open 24/7, so we definitely should get some of that liquidity and move up slightly. Guys, we know we're not going to get any big pump, plus CME is not going to open Sunday night because of the holiday also. So I definitely see a slight pump and dump. We know on Tuesday, once the stock market open up, we'll start pulling back. But make sure you're paying attention to the indicators because it's going to let us know which way the market is headed. That's yield rates, that's volume, it's Tether, USDC, and then plus, guys, of course, we have the Fed repo still over $2 trillion. And we know the central banks are raising rates, in order to shrink this liquidity, and is going to cause a whole ripple effect through the global economy. But we have to have that great event, the main distraction. Now, Kevin O'Leary stated that there's going to be a big crypto going to zero. Now, do the billionaires tell us the truth? No, they don't. Guys, what's going to happen is that we're going to have a big distraction that's going to take this legacy market to zero. And that's going to allow cryptos and automation to rise. And that's the reason why constantly I go over the fundraising inside of crypto. So you could see the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars that these big banks and big corporations are putting in crypto. Do not allow them to play the Hegelian dialectic, to put doubt in your mind. You know where this is going. Get yourselves prepared. And you know the crypto teacher gives you the truth. Nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but what does it do? It sets you free. Now we have Grayscale down another 700 million. So guys, make sure you're paying attention to the allocations. And we know the SEC is weeks away from making the decision on the spot Bitcoin ETF. And when we look at the premium to the NAV chart, you're talking about 34% discount. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Mark Cuban says crypto crash highlights Warren Buffett's wisdom. And Warren Buffett stated, only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked. But guys, we know Warren Buffett has been a puppet from the beginning. If you've ever studied Berkshire Hathaway, you know how deep this thing goes. And we know Charlie Munger is attached to his hip for a reason. We saw Warren Buffett in action when he had to come in front of Congress for Moody's. They were rating D&F paper A and B. They were a part of the housing crash. And then when we follow Warren Buffett's money now, he's invested in the digital economy and has been from the beginning. Now we have crypto lender Babel Finance halts withdrawal due to liquidity pressures. And if I control the supply and demand of your money supply, I care not who makes the laws. And don't ever forget that. All this liquidity that we had, who caused it? The Fed. Who's shrinking liquidity right now in the market? That's right, the Fed. They're controlling the supply and demand. And when it comes to any economy, it's all about supply and demand. If you understand supply and demand, you'll never have to worry about money ever in your life. Now we have FTX continues on building for the adoption of the digital economy. Just like Coinbase, they acquired Bitvo, plans to officially launch in Canada. And lastly, the U.S. Air Force tapped SIMBA chain to develop budgeting and accounting system. And guys, we know this is the whole point of blockchain. And that is record keeping. Do you know how many people they're going to be putting out of work? Remember, everything is going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. Blockchain gives the NWO the all-seeing eye. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if you do cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Crypto Teacher Stock Channel, Crypto Teacher Stocks. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, your home stocks, the C-word, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, We have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.